Right now is the best time to jump into the Division 2. We have a triple XP event going on right now for the whole weekend. Now, yes, I said weekend. This is only available until, 2.5 days from now? I mean, it's really not that long. But it's a triple XP event that gives you triple the XP up to 1,000 levels. Now, there are a few caveats to that, so I'll explain that. I'll explain a few XP farms and maybe even throw in a few builds to show you. But without further ado, let's talk about this XP event. What's going on YouTube? Kamikazevondoom here with another Division 2 video, so sit back, relax, grab that popcorn, don't forget to hit that like, subscribe if you haven't already, and let me know what you think in the comments section below, and well, finally, shout out where you're from. It's cool to see where everybody is from. But in today's Division 2 video, we're going to talk about the Triple XP event that's happening this weekend, and it just so happens to be live at the same time that we have a global event. So you're able to double dip. Now, what does that mean by double dip? That means that you can get the triple XP event for 1,000 levels and at the same time get your Hollywood global event stars 3 times as fast because you get a global event star for every level that you gain. And if you're gaining 3 times the level, you get 3 times the global event stars. Heyo. Now, why is this important? Well, for a few things. First up, the triple XP event. It is only for 1,000 levels, and it's only for a few days. You can see it says 2 days and 14 hours. So I don't know why they do this for a weekend only. I think it's kind of messed up, tone deaf, if you will, because not only does the division have casual players, but we have adults that have families and jobs. And doing 1,000 levels on the weekend is not really something that a majority of their player base is even able to do. So I think that they should make this a week-long event like they do the other XP events. But for some reason, this one's only for the weekend. But again, it's 3 times the XP for whatever it is you want to do. You could do Conflict, you could do Dark Zone, you could do Descent, you could do whatever it is you want. You get 3 times the XP. But like I said, the best way to do that is to combine it with your global event. That way you get all the global event rewards, you get all the global event stars, and then what you can do is after you gain all of those global event stars, you would come over here to the seasonal vendor, and I'll show you exactly which caches to pick up. So if you come over here to the seasonal vendor, the caches that you want to pick up, the named item caches, because you can also get PvP exclusive items. The legacy season caches, because in this cache you could get like system corruption, you could get y'all gear, you could get the dark winter, you can get all of those previous seasonal exclusives in this cache. And then finally the exotics. Obviously, for whatever exotics that you're missing, you can get them out of those caches. Now, for me personally, if I'm new or returning to the game, I would highly recommend picking up the named item or season legacy. I would just hyper focus on both of those and then just wait and do the exotics later. You could do exotic caches from the Dark Zone. You can do exotic caches from Countdown. But during this global event and the XP event, I would highly recommend going for those season legacy and named item if you're missing certain named items and PvP exclusives, or if you're looking for like a gear set like System Corruption that was featured in a previous season that is, pretty hard to find. But all right, so that's how you would double dip, and that's why you would double dip. You would have your global event on, and then you do whatever XP farm you want to do. Now, this is where we start talking about different farming techniques. Now, for me personally, obviously, I play this game quite a bit. I'm on all platforms, and I'm, whatever. Been covering it for a very long time. The reason why I'm saying that is my open world difficulty is on Heroic. I have it on Heroic all the time. I'll lower it if I'm on like a separate like alternate account just to like run through the scouts or something. But typically I have my global difficulty setting on Heroic. Now, with that being said, the best XP farm would be these public executions. You can get them to spawn right here in a row, and it is very quick. Look at that. There's 4 of them right there in a row. Now, the reason why I'm saying this is you can see on heroic with no directives, it's at 230k. Now, if I were to throw directives on, like let's say I don't want to roll the pistol, but I could do another, 4 directives. So if you do it this way, the reason why I say public executions is because public executions not only have the most XP, but they're also the fastest. Meaning, public executions, you run up on the enemies, you take out the first wave, 1 additional wave spawns, and then that's it. You talk to the hostage, and you're all done. So what you can do here, you can see I'm on heroic with 4 directives, and check out this public execution. It's now 460k XP just for the 1 public execution. And look, here's another one over here. And then if you're lucky, you could find like the elite territories. But see, those are 283. Now the public execution is 460. You see what I mean here? Now the propaganda broadcast is 430, which I mean is pretty close. Maybe about roughly 10% lower or so. But all you would do is aim for those open world activities. And I would definitely go for the public executions because not only are they the most XP that you can gain, they're really fast and they drop you a bounty every single time. So then you can just save those bounties for later. Now, another technique is people like to do control points. Now you can see this control point right here is over 700k XP. That means that I'm going to be able to get over a level every time I do that. Now, on top of that, we have the triple XP event going on right now. And let me see if I can do one of my projects. I might be able to do a project because that's another way that you could farm easy levels really quick. So I'm just going to go over all of these easy ways of farming. That way you can pick whichever farming technique you want and then just jump it. Another way would do your projects. So I'm about to show you really quick. So this is a alternate account, obviously. And what you would do right off the bat is you would enable your global event. The reason why is that you need to have this activated to get the stars. And the stars are account wide. So you can gain global event stars on each of your characters and then go to your hardcore character and open up all the caches, or go to your main character and open up all the caches, regardless, whatever it is. So here we are on my alternate account. And if I go to my projects, right? So each of these projects would give you triple the XP, okay? So for the Season Pass project, this is for everybody that owns the Seasonal Pass. You can do this one mission, Potomac Event Center, and you will then get 3 shade levels per character for doing that one project. And you can do this every day during this event. So this is another way of getting XP and getting levels and things like that, is by doing these projects, because you can do these projects on every character. Now the easiest one is this one right here, the weekly shade requisition. And what this one does, again, that will give you 3 shade levels. And let me see here. So I need components really fast. So I'll show you by getting some components. Easy spot right here next to Lincoln Memorial. Get your components and do your weekly project. So we have the public executions. We have the control points. We also have the dark zone. Remember that doing the dark zone gives you a lot of XP, but what I would do in the dark zone is hyper focus on those heroic landmarks. You'll typically see more heroic landmarks in the invaded dark zone than you would the normal dark zone, but definitely go for the heroic landmarks. And then extractions will also garner some good XP. Same with the control point, or not control points, the supply drops. So supply drops in the dark zone will also give you some good XP. So if you're going to do the dark zone, you can, but remember that you also have the, the risk of doing PvP. All right, so let me get these components really quick. and I'll show you the triple XP from the project, and you can do this on each of your characters. It's very simple. Now, like I said, you can also do Descent and get triple the XP. So remember that you can get all of those Descent comms, and as long as you have the global event active, you'll be able to get those global event stars the entire time. And that's why I was saying, just as long as you have the global event active while you switch characters and even just do your projects, you're able to double down on those global event stars, and then you can spend them on whatever character and get your caches and whatever gear it is that you're missing. But all right, so let me finish this project right here, and I'll show you the triple XP live. So here we go. Go to my project, and bada bing, bada boom. And then you'll see right here, it says 2.1 million XP. I just went up 3 shade levels. And if I go to my global event stars, let's see here. So I was at 10 global event stars, and now I'm at 13. So it just gave me 3 levels, and it just showed up on my triple XP. So now I'm at 3 out of 1,000. And remember, you only have 2 days and 14 hours to do this triple XP event. It is for 1,000 levels, and it is for whatever it is you want to do that gives you XP. Now, another thing that people like to do, remember that the public execution was about, what, 460k XP? And those control points were like 700k. Now, other people, and you can let me know in the comments if you're one of these people, other people would say, don't waste your time with heroic because it would be faster if you do it on challenging. You won't get as much XP, but it would be faster. So if you're one of those people, here, I'll show you the XP numbers on challenging. That way you can see the difference. But I do agree that challenging is easier and it could be a lot quicker. So, I mean, if that's your cup of tea, then by all means, go for it. Now, before the public execution was what, like 460? Here's challenging. It is now 375, so you lose about 90k XP. And then for the control point, it was like 720, and now it's only 400k. Big difference here. Big difference. So it would be faster to do the public executions on challenging, but if you're going to do the control points, do them on heroic with those directives, because the XP change between those are atrocious. Because what was that, 412? Here, watch when I change it to heroic. So your best bet would probably be challenging public executions, because if it's only taking away 90k XP, that's really not bad. And there you go. It's almost double the XP. So if you're on heroic, you might just want to do control points, to be honest. Just do a control point, and then you can go to reset control points, and then do your favorite control point over and over and over again. One of my favorites is this one right here, Navy Plaza, because all I do is I go to the last stop safe house and I run across the street to Navy Plaza, take it down real quick, and then you can reset control points and do it again. Or there's Cinder Block right here next to it. Just fast travel, Cinder Block, do reset control points. It will fast travel you back to the safe house, and then do it again and again and again. But these are going to be your XP farms, just so you know. Now, another thing is, remember, you get crazy XP from also doing the invaded missions and invaded strongholds. So that's going to be another option for you. But all right, let me know what you think in the comment section below and take full advantage of this triple XP event. Remember, it is only during the weekend, which kind of sucks, but it is what it is. I am Kamikazevondoom. Take care of yourself. Good luck farming. And I'll see you in the next one, all right? Peace out.